All right, so we are open for our weekly full potential live coaching session, talking today on the posture of leadership, something I'm really passionate about, posture and leadership. I'm Dr. Lazar, if we haven't met before, and we're gonna just have it open here for just a second and let everybody join. So I'm gonna pause for just a moment here, and I'll be back with you shortly. All right, it's 1 o'clock. We are rocking. You're going to hear some dings as people join. We're talking about the posture of leadership. So here's why I'm so passionate about this. We are really big about posture. We do a 10-point posture check each visit. And it's not because posture matters for the sake of posture mattering. It's that when the body breaks down under gravity, it has to work much harder. Your body wastes a lot and expends a lot of energy that's not necessary for it to use just to stay up against gravity. Well, if you can be upright in proper posture, which we're going to talk about, your body does not have to. It does not have to use as many reserves. It's kind of like it'll do it with effortless ease. Looking at us front to back, ears should be level. We should not see any tilts like this. That means there's a breakdown. So if you look in the mirror on your family pictures and you see a tilt like this, there's a sign that's an upper neck misalignment that needs to be addressed yesterday. Looking at it from back to our side view here, ear should be over our shoulder. This would be too far forward, okay, which we see a lot. It's called anterior head carriage syndrome, head carriage syndrome. And gravity pushing on the back of our head will start to collapse us forward. That's why grandma's always leaning over the walker. Gravity always wins. So if we can't do anything about gravity, what are the things we can do to support ourselves so that we can stay in the highest energetic state possible? Or another way to look at it is so we cannot be wasting a ton of energy, right? If we don't have energy, that's our number one most valuable resource. Time and energy are our most valuable resources because neither can be renewed. The law of conservation of energy says energy is not created or destroyed. And so we can't create more energy. We can just reallocate it while gravity is pushing on us so that we are upright. So a few things to do. Of course, get your posture checked, get adjusted, massively important. And here's why. There was a study done at UCLA, and they had participants spit in a cup, and then they measured hormone levels of them spitting in a cup and their spit. Then they had a group, they handed them a flyer, and they didn't tell them what the posture was. They just showed them a picture and had them mimic it. And one group, they had mimic a collapsed, folded, weakened, low energetic state. If you could see me from the side, I'm slouched forward like this, and this is a low energetic state. They had them hold that position for 2 minutes. That's it, just 2 minutes. And then they had them spit in the cup again. And what they found was that in the group where things were hunched like this, they had higher levels of cortisol and lower, which is a stress hormone, and lower levels of testosterone. Now, here's why that matters. In the other group, they had them spit in the cup and measured hormone levels. And then they had them assume a strong, upright, bold, space-taking posture. Now, if you look at our instinctual makeup, if we look at apes, the alpha male is going to take up tons of room, right? They're going to beat their chest. The worker ones in the clan are going to be smaller and hunched. So this commands a certain presence. So here's how this applies. When they retested the hormone levels of the people assuming a high energetic state like this, they found that testosterone levels were high and cortisol levels were low just in doing this for 2 minutes. Now, why does that matter? Well, in a situation in our society where back when interviews were happening live, what they were saying was, we're going to use this research to tell our students at UCLA how to interview to land the best position. Well, here's where that fits. What is this right here? It's our cell phone. And if we're waiting, sometimes we'll cross our leg, we'll get on our cell phone, and we'll hunch. Is this a high energetic state or a low energetic state? Right? See how hunched I am? Just looking at my phone, no big deal, right? But I'm supposed to go into an interview after this and command from the room that I'm going to be the best fit for this position. Now, if that's a leadership position and I come in with high levels of cortisol and stress, which lead to stress, I might be sighing like this. I might have collapsed posture. I'm certainly not going to be taking up space. But if I have high levels of testosterone, I'm going to come in upright, bold, strong, great presentation, command from the room that I'm here to get this job. And so UCLA's research was doing this to find out how their students could get their job. But we take it and say, not only should you not be hunched like this, you should be upright, but your posture should not be breaking down like this. We should lift it from here and keep you upright. Now that matters in a leadership setting because which person, man or woman, are you going to follow? Are you going to follow somebody that's really having a hard time leading like this? Or are you going to have a better time following somebody who's going to command excellence and lead with from a position of humble power? What are we going to do? So our work is designed to lift you like that. It's very, very lifting. In fact, we look for results, objective results of you being more upright and open. We do x-rays and show the changes of the collapse here lifting up, of the pelvis collapsing and balancing out. Really, really, really great changes. If we get this wrong, then people start to have major health breakdown. I got really sad news today that a lady I met a few months ago, we did her exam and x-rays. We showed on the x-rays how the nerves, the structure in her low back was super irritated, which was pinching the nerves. And I specifically had said to her that those nerves that feed her colon are in trouble. And one thing after another, she wasn't able to move forward with her care. And I remember feeling this conviction, like her body's not working how it needs to. Structurally, things were collapsing, which will always affect function. Well, I just got word today. The woman didn't move forward because she didn't have any health insurance and she was concerned about the finances of it, but just found out she's in the hospital. She's got a perforated colon, which means a perforated bowel, which means she's got to have surgery. She's having tons of imaging. And I think about these things and I'm sad because there's something that we could have done to help that. And so our urgency is always to share this information so that it doesn't become too late for you or your loved ones. And so if you look in the mirror and you see one shoulder lower than the other, or if you see your ears off kilter, please come in and get checked. If you don't live locally, reach out to us and we'll find somebody that lives closer to you. We want you upright, balanced. If looking at the side view, you see your ears in front of your shoulders, that's not good. We want to get your ears back over your shoulders. So please let us help you with that because we don't want things to develop and become permanent. I'm Dr. Lazar. This is a full potential weekly live coaching session. I hope you found that helpful and we'll look forward to joining next week.